My name is Vint Cerf. I'm Vice President and Chief Internet Evangelist at Google, but some people know me as one of the co-inventors of the Internet. First of all, the good part, as the World Wide Web emerged, there was this enormous desire in the general population that had access to the Internet to share information that they knew. And the World Wide Web was a tremendous facilitating means by which this could be done. Then in the 2000s, we start to see the arrival of social networking. But those platforms have been essentially subverted by some people who like to use them as a way of injecting misinformation and disinformation into the system for either political or pecuniary or other nefarious purposes. So we have a tough problem ahead of us, which is to try to help people distinguish good quality information from bad quality information. Some people hope that this could be done algorithmically. I am not as sanguine about that. Algorithmic detection of misinformation and disinformation is not so easy. The expectation that artificial intelligence and machine learning and computer programs will somehow solve all of these problems is an expectation which can't be fulfilled. Some people will say, well, the country should have rules, enforceable rules that suppress misinformation and disinformation. Just make all that bad stuff go away. That particular practice has a very dark, abusive side. It's called censorship, which is intended to suppress access to information that the general public should have. There are regimes in the world that view any information which is critical of the regime is unacceptable and therefore should be censored. I actually think that the best tool we have for dealing with misinformation and disinformation is called wetware, and it's up here. And it's exercise of what's called critical thinking, where you ask questions like, where did this information come from? Does it have any corroborating references somewhere from legitimate sources? All of those things should be top of mind. It should be part of the digital literacy that we need to have as we use these online technologies that are so global in scope. So I think if we're trying to look towards the future of the Internet, one thing that's for sure is that more and more of it will be accessible. The second thing that we know is happening is the arrival of an avalanche of programmable devices that have network capability that can be part of the Internet. If we want to go a little further out into the future, one thing that we know you will see, I'm sure you will see, is the expansion of the Internet off the planet. Way back in 1998, we began asking ourselves, what would happen if we had a network that was the size of the solar system that could support manned and robotic space exploration? So we now have a set of protocols that together create an interplanetary backbone network. It's in operation between Earth, Mars, and the International Space Station. So you can anticipate that there will be an evolving interplanetary backbone over the next several decades to support manned and robotic exploration.